So the other day I was watching another episode of that show Geek Love, the one where a man dressed like Anakin Skywalker tries to play Cupid and match up a bunch of nerds during a Comic-Con sci-fi speed dating competition. Jesus Christ, was that a mouthful. And the thing about this show is that these people featured are always from the bottom of the barrel of society, even when it comes to nerds. These are the types of people to get dressed up like Captain America and camp out overnight at the movie theater the night before the new Avengers comes out. The types of people who didn't cry when their own grandmother died but were left in tears when Tony Stark was decimated. The type of dude to tell you that Batman is his hero. But today the highlight of our feature is this guy Anthony, better known by his street name, the Ancinator. Jesus f***ing Christ, is the cringe meter about to explode.
I'm Anthony, I'm 24. And I am an awkward geek.
So his passions include Lord of the Rings, Mickey Mouse, and South Park. I know, with a list of interests like that, it's a wonder why this man isn't getting laid.
Oh boy, we're gonna go to Comic-Con, speed dating, and we're gonna have such a good time and find a nice Minnie Mouse.
And I don't know why, but something about this guy just makes my skin crawl. I just feel like he has very creepy thoughts going on in that head. And he goes out of his way to really emphasize his love for South Park. Which, no offense to anyone who enjoys adult cartoons, but I really just could never get into them. Like, I'd rather spend all day with someone who thinks Friends is the epitome of comedy than someone who regularly watches a show like South Park. That show is like an edgy suburban white kid's fantasy. The type of kid to scream the N-word over Xbox Live back in the day, drinking Mountain Dew, eating Doritos, talking about it's a double XP weekend, man. And the only thing this nerd really has going for him is that he's an EMT. You know, one of those people who rides around in the wee-woo machine. And basically he's just sucking his own dick the entire episode over the fact that he's an EMT. I mean shit, his entire costume is his own made up superhero identity, whose only powers include CPR and self-taught taekwondo that he learned from YouTube videos.
The thing that I'm looking for at sci-fi speed dating is to find that damsel in distress that I will be her superhero and I will sweep her right off of her feet.
And the way this dude talks is just so robotic. You think during sex he's all, oh yes, right there, please don't stop. So this man has made the big mistake a lot of the people on this show seem to make and decided to revolve his entire personality and life around TV shows and movies. He explains that this has definitely held him back on the dating scene, as most people don't want to spend more time with him once they realize that he has the interest of a 10-year-old boy. It's like you can either get a girlfriend, have a good time, and enjoy life together, or be lonely with all your useless fandom and obsession. And honestly, this guy just can't get out of his own way. But regardless, this doesn't stop him from trying to find love in Las Vegas at Comic-Con. Just standing there in his homemade costume, sporing the weak-ass glasses over his candle wax mask.
Good luck.
Awesome.
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 Awesome. Shut the f up.
And so this is when they finally get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, the speed dating competition. And it's basically a cringe fest between the striking of poses, the constant high five saying, points for you.
Extra points. Yeah. That is extra points. High five. Yeah.
And the fact that this man is turning down anyone who isn't sucking Gollum from the Lord of the Rings little wrinkled dick.
Do you like Lord of the Rings?
I do.
Who's your favorite character?
I like Legolas.
Mine is Gollum. Gollum is way better. I'm sorry.
He just has the biggest hard-on in the world for Gollum. All this guy really needs to do is go out to the local bingo hall and he'll find a couple of women who look just like the little f***. And so this is one of those nerds who thinks his shit really don't stink and that all of his nerd beliefs just have to be the right opinion. Like if it really f***ing matters. Out here dismissing everyone else's opinions about a bunch of fictional characters.
I have a thing for blondes. I don't know what it is, but it is my kryptonite.
And so after sitting face to face with a couple of women who obviously don't own a comb, he finally gets set up with the blonde of his dreams. And she's actually being nice to a little nerd and playing right into his trap card. He was hearing wedding bells in his head already.
It was nice meeting you. Yes. Oh my god. Yes, she said Precious from Gollum, my favorite character.
You know he popped the biggest boner ever when she pulled out the "My precious." And in the end, he's hoping for a miracle with either the speed racing Asian or one of these beautiful blondes that are his kryptonite. He said, I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. But sadly, no one came and sat down in front of our man, the Ancinator, and in the end, he was left to wallow in his sorrows.
I was hoping I would get to hear my precious one more time, even if it was just for that 3 minutes.
Ugh, this dude is really just making my skin crawl. You know some absolutely insane roleplay has to be going down in this dude's bedroom with his Lord of the Ring cock rings and shit. As he takes the walk of shame, you can tell that he's felt this feeling hundreds of times in his life. The old familiar feeling of rejection. This guy's about to go home and jerk it to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or some shit like that. Come inside, it's fun inside. And the thing is with these types of people is that they honestly do not always deserve love. Some of them are really just narcissistic creeps who don't know how to treat or interact with other humans. And honestly, f the Ansinator, this case is closed. But let me know what you guys thought about the video down below. As always, it really helps me when you share it with a friend. I really want to thank you guys for the support recently. We've been getting tons of views, we've been getting tons of likes, we've been getting tons of subscribers. So I really appreciate it. You know it's all love, but someone else out here needs to get roasted. So it's your boy the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace.